Hey, it's the bicentennial of Two Noobs Talking, people. What are we talking about this week? Well, we're going to start by dissecting the craziness of the last couple weeks in the presidential election. Perhaps it's finally time to vote Illinois Smith 2024. Then it wouldn't be a Two Noobs celebration without a Jam It In There segment covering airline chicanery. Fortunately, no butt-to-face seating in this one, but watch out for exploding soda. Next, strike two for the Paris Olympic organizers as athletes are looking for meat. And then the grand finale, it's a three-way wrestling match between the noobs to see who is really numero uno. Start the music. Dig it. Yeah. Bienvenidos, somos novatos hablando también, y esta es el episodio número 200.
What?
Un segundo. Sorry, I had the SAP button on.
Yes.
I apologize.
I had you 100%. I had Google Translate just on my
I
screen.
checked. I don't have that on this magic box either, so I don't know what the hell happened. We're going to go technical difficulty on that one.
Technical difficulties. You'd think we'd have this figured out by episode 200.
I do have to call Matt out real quick because you have an Apple, so it didn't immediately go to Google Translate and go on my phone.
I'm really surprised this thing didn't go off and go bananas. Yeah, seriously, Johnny, you're right. Oh my god.
I'm just saying they have an edge on that.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh.
But here we are. It's episode 200 of Two Noobs Talking. Who knew we would ever get this far? It's all your fault. We've let it get out of control. Over here, we have one Jubilee John Tracy.
Oh, there you go.
One of the crappiest X-Men. Moving on, we have over here Merry Matt Craig. How's that?
He's very definitely.
That's right. And I in the middle, I'm save some of that cake for me, Steve Murray, as I do like me some cake.
Yeah,
you
man.
do.
Gentlemen, it is the 200th episode, and if you'll permit, I think the Macho Man, because it's a round number.
Yeah,
he has a few words to say, if you don't mind.
I would love it.
Take it away, Mach. Thank you. No problem. Well, 200 episodes. What an achievement. What a celebration of greatness here. I remember 4 years ago, you started out small. Started out slow, humble beginnings. But you know what they say, first you have to learn how to crawl. Then you learn how to walk. And then you learn how to stop crapping all over yourself. And that's what you boys have done. Kudos, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I formally promote mashed potato there to French fry. Jackhammer, you are promoted to foreman. And for that third turkey you have on this program, you boys make sure he gets the help he needs, all right? Okay. Yeah, listen, only a narcissist Lex Luger wouldn't enjoy this program. 200 episodes, and here's to 387 more. Don't be boobs, follow the noobs, dig it. Yeah!
I don't even know how we could even top that, Johnny.
Well, you're going to have to. Matt,
we're done. We're done. That was 200. Great job, guys.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Man, thank you. Thank you very much for being here and watch.
Yeah. Talk about bringing
Now get out, because we got to talk about politics.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you, as myself, as the third turkey on this program. Thank you for bringing a fan into the fold and letting me take over your lives. This has been a wild ride.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right, most so, definitely. Matt, you got to say something. It's 200.
Oh my gosh.
It's bicentennial. Come on.
Yeah. What else to say,
nothing.
Johnny? I gotta just tip my hat to you there, brother. Drinking here a Summer Crush Yards wheat beer, citrus wheat beer tonight. As we record this.
If you don't know, try it. It's good.
Fantastic. Great beer. I don't even know where to begin. To be perfectly honest, I look back on this. I can't believe it's been 4 years and we've done 200 episodes. You do the math. It's 50, roughly about 50 episodes a year.
It's working all week, working all year long.
Working all year long. Talk about,
Shocking.
and what I love is like we've branded ourselves very well. We had the Fab Five era. We had, we had that. I remember that. That was probably our favorite. Was Fab Five, and how we just navigated through COVID, and then we came out of it. And thank God we brought along Steve. Steve, you've been great as the host of this little rinky-dink podcast that's grown. Has been awesome. I love podcasting. It's been one of my favorite hobbies to do. This is the reason why I do it. I get to sit and talk with you guys about the news of the day. Don't have to go on Facebook and vomit everything and not get anything, shoved back in my face. It's interesting. It's like we have discussions, we talk about stuff, and we agree on most of the things. When everybody brings something, it's like, yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, blah, 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 and we keep it going, and I love it. And I think that is what makes our podcast so awesome, so unique. Glad to be a part of it. Here's to 200 more, and hell, even more than that, brothers. I want to keep going. So, love it.
I'm so glad that Matt is not vomiting.
Yeah, that's good.
Me too.
Good.
That's the worst when you're older. That is the absolute worst when you get older. Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I can sympathize with Jerry Seinfeld and his vomitless streak.
Yeah.
All right, and now to the granddaddy, the father of all.
I don't know that.
This was your brainchild, Mr. Dr. Tracy.
We all know I don't do this well. It came out of my head. I'm just overwhelmed with how we've been able to do what we've done, and how just Matt, you taking over and just taking it to another level. It's just, it was just an idea, and I was willing to learn. Matt knows in the early, like, how do we do this? I don't know. Well, let's learn and how to do this. And we just learned how to do it. Like, it wasn't, millions of dollars and a studio and anything like that. It was like, hey, let's be a voice of reason in a crazy time.
Yeah.
And if we got to promote that, let's figure out how to do that. And through learning Photoshop, learning Premiere, learring Riverside, but doing it on Zoom for so long, which was a shit show. The fact that we even got an episode out using that bullshit program. We should get an award for that.
We really should. Yeah.
But the learning and the growing that we went through, just not even on the show. That you could see us grow on the show a million times, but behind the scenes is what I will take with me all the time. It's just crazy. And then adding Steve, just adding a completely different element to it, took it to where it was fun to come to work all the time, because you're ridiculous and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But you've always been that way, and
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride, and it awesome. It was a brainchild, but I mean, I'm a firm believer if you have an idea, it will grow. If you sit there and grow it, if you sit at the table and be like, this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it, and if you put yourself into something, people will come along, beautiful people will come along and make it even better than you imagined it. And that's kind of my I'd say this all the time, so I feel kind of lazy, because I say this to everybody all the time. Like, if you build it, they will come. It literally is how this works. I don't know what to say. I'm so bad at this. So.
You right on the money. Yeah, right on the money, Johnny. I would just
stick me in the fucking closet. I'm done.
I would just piggyback on this and say, if you're into podcasting, don't ever look at your metrics and your numbers and think that you're a failure. Keep at it, keep going. That's the thing that has really kept us going, has been the camaraderie of all three of us.
Yeah.
but then we also we keep striving. What can we do to be better? And that's what, I would just venture to those podcasters out there that are also struggling. And because we've seen the stats, we've read the articles of like podcasting that you have an idea for about 6 weeks and then all of a sudden it just drives off to the face of the earth, never to be heard from again. Keep going.
Yeah, don't quit.
Stop. Don't quit. Now,
hey, my favorite part about this is I get to talk to you guys twice a week. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
However, that is my own. That is literally my only favorite part of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I could care less if we make a difference. The fact that I get to hang out with two of my best friends ever twice a week, and they're required to do it because we're on a podcast. That makes it even easier.
It's mandatory.
I didn't think of that until just recently. But you guys bought in. I'm like, oh, cool. I get my best friends twice every week.
Yeah.
I have something to look forward to, and that's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. Amen.
All right. Well, why don't we hit the Dubby Energy Fun Fact while we're rolling along here? Visit dubby.gg. It's dubby.gg, or download their app. And if you use our promo code TOONOO talking, nothing special for 200. You can all use that at any time. You get 10% off your order. Listen, we here at Two Noobs like to feast on the tears of our enemies. And now you too can get some energy from tears yourself. Get a tub of Big Energy Tears. It's Dubby's most requested flavor, believe it or not. A blend of the finest blue raspberries with a perfect balance between sweet and tang. And you get $4 off the $40 tub with our promo code. Yeah. Matt, I believe you have the fun fact, correct?
I do,
so
gentlemen.
Spit it out.
Love it. This is one of the all-time greatest statistics I could pull. And I'm sure if you're a big hockey fan and probably going way back in a time machine, you're, oh, I know this. If you took away every goal scored by Wayne Gretzky in his entire career.
And he's the goal-scoring leader of all time. Just so
that's correct.
Of all time. What is it?
894.
Oh, 894. Yeah. Okay.
894.
You take all those goals away, he's still the all-time points leader in the National Hockey League. So, because of all of his assists that he ever had.
Because, by the way, he was a shitty goal scorer, and he scored 894. He literally was. He wasn't that good at it.
I don't know. I saw some clips recently. He looks pretty damn good. I don't remember him looking that good before.
No, I don't remember. I think they're doctored. It's all AI. He wasn't that good a goal scorer. He was a hell of a passer, though.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Yeah. So there you go. That is your W Energy Drink fun fact of the week.
All right. Well, you in pre-production, you were right. I knew that already. So I have yet to be wowed. So John, with your over 40 rant, you better wow me here.
All right, weasels are stupid. No.
I'll have you know for a fact that
Sorry, I made myself pop there. Google Maps. What the hell? Seriously, man. I've been traveling, as you guys know. I've been on the road for. There's a puppy out there. Sorry. I like puppies.
There you go.
Yes, focus.
Yes. I've been traveling for 4 months at this point.
Seems like
wow.
it.
Yeah. It's
almost
4
every week.
months.
Yeah.
I have left Texas. I am in an undisclosed location. I'm in Washington State. This will record while I'm in the town that I'm in, so I'm not telling you people. But I'm up in Washington State. I've been through Idaho. I've been through Colorado. Google Maps is the most inefficient app I've ever seen. This is worse than Facebook. Like when they try to locate you. I've been driving down interstates for long periods of time, and I'm like, oh man, we got another 6 hours. So I reach out to, because I'm lucky to have a 2023 work truck that has Android Auto, so I can control the phone to the thing.
Yep.
And I will hit the directions button, and there's 7 options that are faster, and it won't change to it. It's like, it's been multiple times. Like, Google, are you inept? Like, do you know how to have a maps program? I thought Apple sucked. This is like, we've got 6 mountains to choose from. Which one am I gonna go up? Right? Like, and you're just like, oh, I'll just give you that one. And you know what their excuse is when you click on it? Fuel efficiency.
I was just going to say, Johnny, you should have let me say it this way.
Fuel efficiency.
Yes.
You can
So
you can turn that off, I believe.
I learned that during this trip.
There you
I
go.
am so tired of that because Google, you're woke and you're stupid and you're costing people money, and I don't like you.
You know what? It's not just Google Maps, it's other GPS devices and options I've used.
Yeah.
Where you'll be going along and it'll say like a mile ahead, keep left. And so you're thinking, oh, there must be a fork, a major exit. And you
No,
get
it's a
up,
sign.
and it's like, you really couldn't, you would have had to really try hard to do anything but keep going in the direction that the map just told you to keep going in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, why did you even bother? Because it comes up in 2 miles, keep left. And up ahead, in 3/4 of a mile, keep left. In 1/4 of a mile, keep left. I'm like, okay, I got to get ready for something here. And now I've just wasted all that time worrying because I'm still going straight. I didn't pull into someone's driveway over here on the right-hand side. Like, what is that all about?
And they're worse. I was telling you guys, and I'm telling you guys before we went on, it now has this new feature that tells you how much longer it will if you turn around and make a U-turn. Like, on the interstate, when you have these loops where you can like get off and get gas or something, it's like, oh, if you go that way, it's an hour longer. No shit, but I'm driving straight. I'm trying to make a right to go slower.
Yeah.
I will give it a shout out. I did, I think we were coming back probably, it was from our trip to Ashburn, Virginia a couple years ago. Coming back on 95, and there was an accident. And the traffic was backed up, and it's like evening. I'm like, I really want to get home.
Yeah.
It told me to get off and an exit. And we drove down a street, came and then got back on. We had gone around the entire.
You went around there. That is the one thing that Google does well, is it'll get you around an accident. Other than that, it sucks.
Yeah.
Don't drive cross country. I would trust Apple before Google driving cross country.
And whatever you do, don't trust it for fuel efficiency because it's not true. It's not true at all, right?
No, they're woke at this point. It's insane.
Goodness.
It's insane.
Wow.
I never go for fuel efficiency. I go for what's going to be the shortest time.
Yes. Always. I don't even care if I get paid for it.
Yeah.
The shortest time. When I get out of I want to get out of the truck.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of wanting to get out of things, we got topic 1 here, and we're hearkening back to episode 1 of Two Noobs Talking, where you guys talked
where Joe Biden's a liar?
Where you talked about Joe Biden, and at the time he was in a presidential race. And as it has turned out, since we recorded our last episode, he has now dropped out of this year's 2024 presidential race.
I would just like to make a statement on Two Noobs' behalf. He's still a liar, whether he's in the race or not. I will never let that go.
Yeah.
Anyone to the contrary?
No, I don't think any. I don't think the entire planet thinks that he's not a liar.
I second the motion.
All right, so we don't have an article for topic 1 this week. This has just been so bizarre.
Yeah,
so bizarre. Between the Trump assassination attempts 2 weeks ago to Joe Biden disappearing off the face of the earth for 2 days. I mean,
5 days. 5 days.
5 days. 5 days. There were literally people like, is he still alive?
Yeah.
How do you create a conspiracy theory on the largest level? You disappear for 5 days.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly how you do it. That's how these things get started. People were arguing in the Congress. We're arguing if he was alive or not.
That's
That's not how you did. That's not how you do this. Like,
no.
not at all how you do this.
And then so we get the announcement that he is dropping out of the race on a letterheadless letter with a signature of his, which may or not have been actually formed by him.
I just signed an important document recently, and I did it on the computer. Yep. And I got a laugh to myself while I was on the phone with my boss, because you know how you use the pad on the computer and it doesn't look anything like it. Yeah. I was like, oh, I just signed it like Joe Biden. And there was laughter because that's what it looked like. It did not look like it. I've seen his signature for 30 years. That is that was not his signature.
And it came out on Twitter. Yeah. Like this wasn't the press secretary. This wasn't an official White House release. This was dropped on Twitter, and so we're all like, seriously?
Which he has said is the app of disinformation, quote unquote.
I didn't even realize that.
Yes, so, that was in one of his speeches, quoting Joe Biden. It is the app of disinformation.
Wow.
All right, so he drops that on Twitter. Then it turns out Kamala Harris is going to run, I guess, and now she has since
probably not physically.
Right. So as far as I can tell at the moment, Kamala Harris is your 2024 Democratic vice presidential nominee, unless and until something weird happens at the Democratic National Convention.
Which will, if you've ever seen a Democratic nomination.
Yeah.
Probably. So, Matt, you've been quiet so far. What's your take on just the last few weeks going on here? What the hell are we doing?
I really don't. I want to know what the Democrats are doing. I don't think it's what we're doing. I think it's something that what the hell are the Democrats really doing in this? I saw a great T-shirt that Not the Bee was selling. TBD, and it's the Democratic Donkey 2024. It's like that presidential. That's the TBD ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. And I think that's exactly what this party now finds itself in, gentlemen. I think it's a TBD party. Anybody who thinks that Kamala Harris is just going to walk right on in and be the presumptive nominee, I got news for you. There are a lot of people that are even left of her that don't like her and don't want her to be the presidential candidate. It is the most bizarre, crazy. I can't even come up with the adjectives, gentlemen, to describe the utter insanity that this political party has found themselves in. Well, actually, scratch that. They did want to have this happen. They just poorly mistimed Biden basically hanging on for dear life. If they had been smart, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Bill Maher, because this is John, like you.
I'm sorry.
I think he's starting to break me too.
Yeah.
With you and Cuomo.
Don't, because it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You don't want to.
He basically said in one of his episodes, one of his shows, he was like, what they should have done is Biden should have announced 2 years in saying, I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run in 2024. I'm a one-termer. That's it. I'm out of here. That would have given the Democrats 2 years to go through a primary process, to go and have debates, to talk about amongst themselves. This just seems like it is a coup for a potential DEI candidate to kind of walk right on in there and say, you know what, I'm the presumptive nominee. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't think so. I think there is going to be, I mean, it's going to be much watched television for sure in the Democratic National Convention when it appears in August. I mean, I don't even know what to even think, what they're going to try and do.
I get weird Obama vibes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I will say this. It's kind of funny when you think about, she ran in the 2020 Democratic primary.
And did a very bad job.
And did not receive, to my recollection, very much support from Democrats in the primaries at all.
Zero.
Tulsi Gabbard basically took her out, Steve, essentially.
So
basically just called her out on her record and said, this woman is not qualified. Everybody agreed at that point.
Right.
She's definitely not qualified.
And then Biden picks her to run for VP. Then Biden hangs on too long. And now because she's the VP, and we were talking about this in pre-production, I can't remember a vice president who you barely saw much of at all during a presidency.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of a single thing she has done as vice president. I can't remember seeing her doing anything of substance during this term.
No.
And now, because Biden hung on too long, and I'm still not convinced he dropped out voluntarily. I think
No, there's no way. There's no
he
way.
was blackmailed.
Oh,
frankly.
yeah.
Because of that, now she gets to run without having gone through the primary process.
Yeah.
So what has she done to deserve this?
Yeah.
I mean,
Nothing.
it's not like she went through a primary and the Democrats were like, oh, we'll vote her to be this. She hasn't had that. She has not won a single election on her own to this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
100%.
right.
I mean, if I was a registered Democrat, I'd be kind of pissed.
Oh, yeah.
No, I agree. I agree. I'd be
Especially
definitely.
Especially when you've gone through the 2024 primary, but like, all right, Biden's our guy, and you're like, well, I'm not necessarily happy about that because I've seen his coming down, but that is what it is. That's who you're not running anybody against them. What am I going to do?
So real quick, I just want to run a poll past you guys of Democratic voters online. So take it, for the grain of salt that it is.
Okay.
But the number is huge.
I like salt.
The number is huge. 92% of Democratic voters blame Kamala Harris for Biden's health cover-up.
Wow. 92%.
92%. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't bring you a poll that was like 51 and 49.
Yeah.
When I saw this poll of Democratic voters in the primary, this was a question that was asked. 92% was like, that bitch is wrong for what is happening.
Yeah.
And now she's up front.
I would say she takes a lot of blame being the vice president. She's second in command. But I would also blame the first lady. I would blame Nancy Pelosi. I would blame Chuck Schumer.
All of them.
Anyone.
Mitch McConnell? Mitch McConnell said Joe Biden is a cognitive genius.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell's not a Democrat. He doesn't give a shit.
But he was a Republican that was like, I like Joe Biden, and he is a cognitive genius. And it's like, you're not.
John, you got to think that through. I mean, given the way, for God's sake, there were Democrats registering as Republicans to vote in primaries to get the far right people because they knew they stood a worse chance to get elected.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why wouldn't Mitch McConnell puff up Joe Biden so that the Democrats like, oh yeah, he's our guy, and then watch him crumble apart?
Yeah,
and they didn't carry it all the way through to the general election.
My problem is I think all the old ones are criminals.
Well, that's also true.
That too.
I just like to get them all out.
There is a definite cabal there in Washington. No, I this is it's unbelievable. It's unprecedented. Things like this have happened, though, in the past, though.
Yes.
Lyndon Johnson, I think even going further back, you could even say even with Nixon, when he resigned, it was like Ford coming in. So there had been kind of that period in American politics where you have a president that's like, okay, I'm not doing this, or I'm resigning, or whatever the case may be. This, though, this is 100 days before the election, gentlemen. This is like literally, like some states have already printed their ballots. I think, John, didn't you make a point in pre-production, like 13 states or something like that have already had Joe Biden on their ballots?
Yeah, and it's very, very wishy-washy whether they can take him off or but there's a huge argument going on about that.
Yeah.
Whether they can take him off and put someone else on, because if you're voted in, which the primary is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, and hopefully we'll get it before the election.
And I want to also do one other thing too, talking about the press, because the press is horrible to begin with.
The press also deserves some of this blame.
No question.
For gaslighting people into thinking Biden was okay.
That number one, but then number two, saying that he was like the best president of all time. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if he's the best president of all time, then put him up for re-election. what the hell is he doing? Kind of just, you know what, I'm done. I don't need this. All that kind of stuff. And I will say this, I have long since, I have not been a Biden supporter for the longest time.
No.
I think he's been a jerk, a
No
bully.
shock.
Yeah. He's been a jerk. He's been a bully his entire career. He's been in Washington way too long. His wife did not do him any favors, sticking him in in the White House basically, and trying to get him to run again. Especially after the way that she handled him after the first debate, it was pathetic.
Oh my
May-
God.
It was
may I-
absolutely pathetic.
May I bring statistics to 16 to 20 and then 20
Bring
to
it.
24?
You
Can
may
I?
go. Go ahead.
Please. And I don't even care who the candidates are, but I'm going to give you the former president to the now president. The inflation rate,
Yeah.
legitimately 1.9%. Prior,
Yep.
17%.
Now,
Now,
yeah.
gas prices, $2.17. That's the average across the country. Now, the average price is $3.96.
Yeah.
Average rent was a little over $1,000. Average rent now, $2,300. The NASDAQ was up 62%. It is now only up 13%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grocery prices, they were plus 3.5%, 16 to 20. They are now up 25%.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that every place I go that isn't Texas, prices get higher and higher other than Idaho because they're like Texas.
All you have to do is get a lunch from any place, and what's the minimum?
Yeah.
The minimum
Oh, yeah.
price is
Oh, yeah.
$10.
Yeah. I have-
Minimum.
I have real average hourly earning 16 to 20. It was up 7%. It is now down. And I do know this because I've had a couple conversations with a couple people in jobs where raises came up. It's
Yep.
now down negative 3.5%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the company's not going to take a jump on you if they're unsure Biden wants to raise the business tax. I'm
Yeah.
sure Kamala Harris wants to raise the business tax far more than Joe Biden does because he's a moderate Democrat.
Yeah.
She's not a moderate
compared to
Democrat.
her, yeah.
He's a
Right.
crazy loon, but he's a moderate Democrat. It's
Compared to her.
compared to her. That's what I'm saying. He's a nutcase, but he is moderate.
Well, I'm
No.
not a huge fan of kind of numbers out of context. Yes, the president the president does actively deserve a large portion of blame for a lot of those numbers, but
Yes.
there are also external extenuating circumstances.
There are
which
tons of
factor into
them.
But I would like to ask you, because you are in the gas industry,
Yes.
how did Biden's policies affect the gas prices? Just so that our listeners can kind of understand why
he
it is that
He
that-
astronomically effective because he won't allow people to drill. He's keeping the one thing Trump did, and the one thing I like about Trump for work purposes is he deregulated everything. He stopped putting regulations on stuff. Because when you regulate, that's where the prices go.
The cost goes
Biden
up,
decided,
isn't it?
Biden decided, no, we're going back to the way it was in the Obama administration. And he literally mirrored the Obama administration. So it's not Biden. He just went right back to what Biden did. And you saw the prices, they fluctuate now, but they're fluctuating higher than they were. When Trump was president from 16 to 20 in Texas, regular gas was 181, I think, at the highest. And it maybe fluctuated down to 179 and then back up to 181 and then 179 and then 181. And maybe it got to 185.
Yeah.
It did maybe at the end it got a little higher. Maybe it got to $2, but when as soon as Biden became president and did those executive orders that he did in 2020 or 2021, I guess it would be. He put a lot of stops to stuff, and all of a sudden, I can only talk about Texas in the Austin, San Antonio area. Gas went from $2 to $2.27 immediately, and then it creeped up to $3, and then it creeped up to $3.50, and then it hovered, and then it went back down to $3, and then it went $3.50, and then it went, and that's the way it's been for the last 4 years. He just put handcuffs on these people.
Yeah.
For no reason, and that's the whole bullshit of the Green New Deal and the whatever that he signed that was supposed to stop the Inflation Act, but it was more green shit and it made gas more expensive. Like,
yeah,
he's just not smart, and he's not with a bunch of people that are not smart.
Yeah, I'll share this on the podcast. Show it down below. This is a screenshot that I have of my gas prices that I did for my car. And it's a 2-door coupe, basically. As you'll see, like on average there, it's pretty much like around 2017, 2018. Maybe the price flirts with $2.99, let's just say. But the moment Biden comes in around 2020 or so and goes into 2021 and 2022, gas was close to $5 a gallon.
That was the executive orders.
It was utterly laughable that it was like $4.99 a gallon or something like that. I mean, it was
and by
insane.
the way, in California, it was $7.
Yeah.
When it was $5 in Pennsylvania, it was $7, $8 in California.
Yeah. The Democrats have a lot of work to do, gentlemen. They really do. I think what they've done is that they have gone so far to the left. They used to be the party of the working class, or at least they prided themselves to be that way. They are no longer that way. They are, by their actions right now, they are clearly showing, I don't want to make this like, there's no mistake about this. They are clearly showing that there are powerful elites in that political party that are basically saying, screw you if you're a regular voter. If you believe in democratic policies, screw you. You're a candidate for political office in 2024, screw him. Screw him over. We're going to basically put somebody in here that you don't like, and we're no longer going to pay attention to what you have to go through working class day by day.
They don't care.
They don't care anymore. And that's what they're going to have to get until the American voter rises up. And hopefully that happens in the fall. Whoever they vote for, I don't care who it is.
If
it's non-democratic, I'm all for it, because where they're coming at, they're not even close to what they used to represent.
I have one last thing to say, and it's very interesting that I've got to this point. The days of Obama are over, of that we're going to all be united, because the only thing he ever did was divide it. This is a Democratic Party full of Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Obama, and Joe Biden. And if you follow them throughout their political career, they're a bunch of hacks, idiots, and dividers. That's all they ever did. Me and Matt used to have this conversation all the time. When he was a Republican, I was a Democrat. I would admit to Matt daily, Bill Clinton's the worst president we have. He's not even close to being a good president. Yeah. And when Bush became president, I was like, well, at least he's not Clinton. Remember those days.
Yeah.
I'll end with this. This was just to get back to Matt's point on the media. I thought this was rather clever. I saw a video that was put together of a bunch of mainstream media outlets like CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, those types, who, after Kamala Harris has become the presumptive Democratic nominee, were railing against Republicans who were calling her border czar?
Yes.
Border czar. And they said, oh, Kamala Harris is not a border czar. And it would juxtapose. It would have CNN. Kamala Harris is not a border czar. They had a CNN from like 2022 or whatever. Kamala Harris has been appointed the border czar. And
yes.
MSNBC today. She is not a border czar. MSNBC then. Border czar Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Actually, it's a different pronunciation. It's Boris Cesar. That's what they meant. You know, that's how-
Kazar.
Kazar.
By the way,
Kazar.
she never. No, I didn't go to the border, but I also have never been to Paris.
Well, there you go.
That
Or
was her
Europe,
quote.
too. Yeah, that was her quote. Yeah.
That was her
But anyway,
quote.
go ahead. We were going to finish, Steve. What were you-
Oh no, I just
Yeah.
that's the hilarity of it all is the media can't even keep their silly
No.
stories straight.
No.
Yeah.
She's the border czar, but then she doesn't do shit at the border.
Yeah.
And when the
So she's not
Republicans
the
call
border-
her
yes.
out, they're like, well, she wasn't the border czar to begin with. Oh yeah, receipts, gentlemen, receipts.
Receipts.
Hey, I know you are, but what am I? That is the
I
Democratic
know you
Party
are,
right
but
now.
what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
That is every Democrat that I've seen right now running for office.
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman.
God, Shapiro, jump in the ocean right now. Don't become her VP.
Please don't.
Don't
Yeah.
become her VP.
Yeah.
Don't let
No,
that
that would
idiot
be a
from
disaster.
Kentucky. Let that
Yeah.
idiot from Kentucky, because that's gonna be more fun. I want to see JD Vance, debate that dude, because that's gonna be
Ugh.
hilarious. That's gonna be great TV. Not good politics, but great.
Okay, if we're in the mood for getting things political off our chest, I'd like to say this: Adam Schiff, stop freaking emailing me, please.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Every day, my work email, by the way.
Hey.
I get my my junk, the things
Yeah.
that all got snagged in the spam filter.
Yeah.
I go through that every day just to make sure I didn't get something that was supposed to be a normal email and wasn't. And I have like 5 emails from Adam Schiff.
Why did you
I
vote
have
for
no
him?
friggin' no, I didn't. I
Oh.
don't even know who the hell he is.
He's a piece of shit senator. Senator?
No, he says
No,
House
he's
of
congressman.
Representatives.
Congressman from
Not from
From-
PA, so I couldn't
Not
even.
from
vote for him.
California. Apparently, the dude from Boy Meets World was supposed to run against him.
Well, he's got to
Only
stop
in
emailing me.
America.
I don't know if that would help, but I would vote for the guy from Boy Meets World before that piece of shit.
I also used to get emails from Team Biden, but it's now Team Harris. So,
Oh my gosh.
but also stop emailing me.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
please.
weird. No, I don't get emails from anybody because fuck you all. That's
Now,
all I got to say.
All right, topic 2. We're gonna jam it in there, boys. which
Let's
is
do it.
Very fitting for episode 200 on Two Noobs Talking.
hell
we,
yeah.
we like several things here. We like jamming it in there. We like shitting on airplanes.
Yes.
Not literally.
No.
Well,
Well,
I mean, if it's a Delta flight and it's late, I mean, I don't know.
American for
let's-
sure. American Airlines, absolutely. Yeah.
all right,
Anyway.
save it. All right, first article we got here, New York Post. So please forgive typos. Southwest is getting rid of its iconic pick any seat flying policy, relegating travelers to assigned spots on airplanes. The announced move comes as the airline prepares to sell special extra legroom seats next year.
No.
And plans to start launching overnight flights in February. Both of those upcoming changes influenced nixing open seating, where some could pay more to board earlier before the passenger free-for-all to claim empty space would begin. CEO Bob Jordan noted the long-standing tradition was part of Southwest Airlines since our inception. They justify the move from survey data that showed 80% of customers and 86% prefer having assigned seats.
No kidding.
You mean we don't want to be fighting over people just to get a particular airplane seat? What a shock. John, have you ever flown Southwest and had to deal with this kind of zoo?
Yes, but I always fly as late as possible, so no, I don't do people. They're ridiculous. They're just trying to get their name in the market because I think a few of their planes fell out of the sky. Their drink carts were weird or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I can't keep these airlines falling, out of the sky.
That's Boeing. That's totally different.
Yeah, Boeing.
I'm
It's
sure
manufactured.
Southwest has some Boeing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just okay. I like to fly, and I like to know where I'm going when. And I like to know when I'm boarding, and I like all the time stuff, and I have no issues with that. I flew Southwest a couple times, early 2000s prior to 2000. And it wasn't, but nobody flew it. So it was easy. It was cheap and it was easy. Like you get a flight for like $200. Nobody was bothering you. You could get it. You could sit wherever you wanted. You always sit in the back of the plane because if it explodes, I mean, you'll be fine.
Deal.
Get away from the fuel. That's where I was. I'm neurotic when I fly, so it is what it is. I think they're trying to get in the news at the time where a lot of other companies are not doing so well, so they were just like, oh well, let's take our iconic. The one thing they could sell to you was that you could pick your own seat, and they're like, let's just nix this so people go, oh, I wonder what they're doing over there.
Well, I don't know. The numbers don't seem to indicate that customers preferred being able.
No, I know they didn't prefer, but you're using it to market. That's all they're doing.
And their marketing people finally, I guess, figured out that it wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because they were probably losing money for years and years and years.
Oh yeah,
right.
They were.
I don't know, Matt. You any experience flying Southwest?
I have, yeah. I've taken Southwest a couple different times down to Florida. I think the last time I used them was going down to Tampa to for spring training for the Phillies, and I remember just and I also did it going out to Vegas, back in 2012, and seeing the Grand Canyon and whatnot.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, oh, it was great. Grand Canyon's amazing. But that being said, the chaos that was like, even just picking your own seat, like it was insane. Like literally I remember right, you were sectioned off. They would assign you a section, and depending on when you got there, it was kind of like, okay, well, this is where you're at. You're not in seat number whatever, and that kind of a deal. And you're just like, pick and choose whatever the hell you want, and you're hoping to God that there's an open like row of seats somewhere. And by the time you get in there, it's never like, it was never that way. Never. In my course, in my Southwest flying career, I never saw that. So, I mean, I think it was a clever marketing design, and it works for a while. But unfortunately now people want order. They don't want chaos when they go into the airport. So, I mean, and if there's anything that the airports are trying to get back to, it's good customer service, right?
Right.
So if this is one step in the right direction for Southwest, I'm all for it. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, you're also losing your brand at what made you unique in the marketplace, and that's going to be a pain. That's going to be a bit of a pain for a lot of people, I think.
I'm going to miss tripping children just to get to that first seat.
Yeah.
Well, I've never flown Southwest, and I'm not a fan of this type of chaos. I could just see people, the seat's taken. Like, really, bro?
Yeah.
I get pissed off enough at the people who crowd around just the entrance to get on the plane first, even with assigned seats.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine the zook and chaos you would have on a Southwest flight.
Disaster. It was a little disaster because it's pick and choose. Whatever you get up, you're there, and you're hoping to God, Steve, I swear to God, you're hoping that there is some sort of opening and an aisle that's, that you could right in. And if you're not there early, forget it. You're done at that point. And you're just basically like hoping that, okay, I guess I'm in the middle. No. Okay, I guess I'm over here. And it's like, it's not exactly where you want it. So it's better off, I think. Better off for Southwest.
I agree. And it sounds like Southwest customers don't really care. Well, they do care. They want it the way it is now, or it's going to.
Yeah.
They didn't prefer the chaos from before. So I guess good on Southwest.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we're not done with them yet and jamming in there, because the second segment here, they're back. Not so good news this time. The sweltering summer heat has caused an unexpected problem for flight attendants. Exploding soda cans. At least 20 Southwest Airlines flight attendants sustained injuries this summer, and we're only about a month into summer, people. We're not done July yet.
Yeah.
When trying to open the beverages, the outlet said the airline doesn't use refrigerated trucks because it doesn't provide guests with meals or perishable food, so the beverages are typically stored inside airports. A statement from Southwest said, "We're aware of the issue and have been taking steps to keep onboard beverages cooler especially in our airports experiencing extreme temperatures. Airports where we have a large presence, such as Las Vegas, Phoenix, and many in Texas, continued to receive record temperatures with severe heat arriving earlier and persisting throughout the summer. For the safety of our employees and customers, we are taking education and mitigation measures on all heat-related hazards. Did you have a warm soda on any of your Southwest flights, Mr. Craig?
No, I did not. But that's unbelievable, is it not, gents? I mean, that's just so wild. And especially that 20 people have been injured already just from opening the can. Oh my God. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster. And a cleanup on top of that. Not to mention just the burns and whatever the case may be of people getting injured by soda cans because they're exploding. That's just unbelievable to me. I can't even imagine seeing that in an airplane as you're flying and you hear this bang and you're like, what the hell was that? And it's like this soda can going off. That's got to be unnerving to do that in a flight like that. I don't know. That would be
For sure.
crazy. Yeah.
Dr. Pepper?
Man, it sounds like a liberal blaming the weather and not.
What are you talking about, John? What are you
It's
talking about?
hot and we couldn't get an extra cooler.
Why do you always
yeah,
have to
this
blame
is-
me?
This is not. Yeah, I don't blame you. You're definitely not a liberal.
I know. I'm blaming the liberal, though. It's all his fault.
Yes, it totally is fun. No, it just this article made me laugh because you know where you're flying.
Yeah.
Like, just stop with the nonsense. Like, you know where you're flying. What are you storing it in Texas until you get there? Get a refrigerator,
heard of a-
stupid. Like, that's
I mean,
what.
Yeah.
refrigerator,
Yes, it's
right?
hot in Texas. I've lived in Texas for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years at this point. It gets hot.
Yeah.
Stop bitching about it. It gets hot. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of the places they say here, Las Vegas, Phoenix, and in
It's all
Texas.
hot
I mean, Las
all
Vegas.
the
gets-
time.
Las
Yeah.
Vegas gets into the hundreds even before this year.
Yes.
I'm with you, John. Buy a
Like-
you don't need sophisticated machinery. You just need something
No.
to keep it like
Ice.
not even ice. You don't even need to keep it like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
If you're gonna not have it chilled to serve, okay. Even if you're just storing it, it doesn't need to be 32 degrees, 36 degrees, 38 degrees. You could store it at 60 degrees.
Yes,
Yeah.
That'll
but
be
why are
sufficient
you
to keep it from injuring your flight attendants.
But why
Yeah.
are you storing it at 105? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
we're
nothing
hot
like
or-
warm soda.
Well, this is the problem I have with it. This is, and I really hate to say this. This is the unnamed warehouse company from California. When something comes down from their, I'm trying to not get fired. When it comes down from their corporate office, they blanket it across the United States, and that sounds what Southwest is doing. They're blanketing it down. So in New York City, they store their Coca-Cola in an
In a
airport
warehouse.
bag. Yeah, in a warehouse.
Warehouse.
Close enough to the airport that we could get it there. And they do the same thing in Phoenix and Texas. And I'm here to tell you, you're an idiot if you do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's not what you're supposed to do. You don't store shit outside in the South.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're doing the same thing, say in Minnesota, you're probably going to have exploding cans in the wintertime because it's going to get so damn cold there that you're
Uh-huh.
going to have a chunk of ice. You know, I've seen soda cans explode in a freezer.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You know, so you're going to have the same problem.
Yeah.
I want
Why
to.
are you not taking precautions? It's soda. Why are you churning it up to 100 degrees? God knows what's leaching into it from,
Yes.
bottles or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. I once in
point.
Philly during a snowstorm took a 30-pack of Miller High Life and stuck it in the snow when we had a ton of snow because they didn't have room in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I have yet to do that in the South because A, there's not snow and it's hot all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Why can't we acclimatize, geniuses. Like you're
Yeah.
in different places.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Think
Oh,
it
no,
through.
Johnny.
Think it through.
Please.
Right. All right. And sticking with not doing things correctly, except we're moving off of Southwest and moving into Delta, who handled this situation poorly. If you recall, we had that Microsoft outage back a couple Fridays ago. Delta has been the slowest U.S. airline to restore its operations, and on the previous Tuesday, Pete Buttigieg said his agency was opening an investigation into Delta's ongoing response.
Uh-oh.
Delta
Talk about-
began to ban children younger than 18 from traveling without a guardian as it struggled to recover from the outage. Its suspension of travel for unaccompanied minors, a measure implemented with little notice, left some children stranded across state lines or even in different countries, and it left families scrambling to book last-minute flights on other airlines or arrange alternative transportation.
What?
DOT was extremely concerned about reports of unaccompanied minors being stranded at airports. It said in an email, "We are seeking answers from Delta as part of our investigation and have made clear that we expect Delta to prioritize getting kids safely and swiftly to their destinations." Some families said that they were not notified of the change until their children were turned away at the check-in counter and that Delta offered little support or assistance. Delta initially suspended travel for unaccompanied minors until Sunday, but the suspension was later extended through Tuesday. Those already booked will not be able to travel. Please do not book new travel for unaccompanied minors during this time, said the website. In an email statement early Tuesday, Delta Airlines said it had implemented the suspension to protect minors from being separated from their families and caregivers in the event of flight disruptions or cancellations following the outage. According to one parent, they said the idea that the travel suspension was protecting children, especially those on the return legs of their journey, was ridiculous. All it's doing is stranding them, she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
John, I don't know, do you ever had any of your kids flying unaccompanied?
Yes. Yes, and
there you
thank
go.
God they got there and they didn't fly Delta.
Right? Oh my gosh.
This is the most unacceptable thing in flight that could ever be. This is
100%.
what you built your business on, that you could fly unaccompanied children and they would be taken care of, and you literally can't do that. What the hell were you doing? What the hell were you doing for the last 15 years? Like
that? Yeah, that.
Are
Gosh,
you
that is a failure
is
in so
Delta
many ways.
trying to piss people off? That's my question.
Seems
Are you
like
like,
it.
so you're completely inept at the one thing that we expect you to do?
Yeah.
I don't care if my flight's delayed. Like
that to me is, I'm calling the CEO if I'm in Congress to an investigative, like, subcommittee hearing to find out what the hell happened.
And they're busy. So
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah.
I would tell them to go
that's
back to guarding Doritos, is what I would tell them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, seriously.
Yes, and they probably should.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, that might
Because
get
Doritos will probably be
but anyway.
late.
This is a failure. This is an absolute failure on a customer service and just human society standpoint, gentlemen. Like,
yeah,
the fact that Steve, when you read that article and it said that kids were in different countries, not different states, different countries, and they were left stranded by this airline, that is unbelievable incompetence. Unbelievable to me. Unconscionable as well. Can you imagine if you're like 13, 14 years old and you're in like, if you're in Canada or you're in Mexico or you're some other place, Europe, and you totally different language, you don't know what's going on, and your only means of communication is through an airline. They say, there's nothing we can do to help you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic.
It's a failure. It's a failure that we can't even measure it at this point. Like,
no,
this is the literal behavior from Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
When Kevin gets on the wrong plane and they're all like, "Oh, do you see your dad? Oh yeah, he's the guy turned around." And okay, cool, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's
Right?
This is so, and the parents were right. You're doing this to protect the children. The children, in many cases, are going home to their families.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're keeping them from getting to their family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why can other people get on their delayed flight, but the kid can't?
Can't.
Wow,
Yeah.
that makes no sense whatsoever.
But here's the other thing. You did this in the age of social media. Are you trying to bankrupt yourself? Because that's what I
Probably.
feel like you're trying to do.
Probably.
It's a plot.
It is gross incompetence at the highest level, gentlemen. There's no question
It's
about
bizarre. It's bizarre to me.
it. Yeah. Yeah. It's poor leadership on down. This is from the top on down. For whatever reason.
You can't find some dude in the boardroom that can speak normal,
Yeah.
like, and just come out and say basic shit. Like, you can't
How
find
about-
anybody.
How about the ticket agents that are there? I mean, just the fact that they're still following this stupid policy without thinking ahead of saying,
That's what I'm
always
saying.
was
Like, nobody
it should be
stepped
a
up.
guideline. Yeah, it should be a guideline, not the fact that we have to. Damn it, wrong
Nice.
button.
We had to follow the.
That was
we had to
actually
follow
needed.
The policy.
You know, that kind of a deal. Only fitting at 200, I hit the wrong button. But
You are officially demoted back to mashed potato.
exactly. This is
See,
just
we
it's-
fired you, and we'll move on, and we will sell more tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Well, Matt just hit the wrong button, and if you're hitting the wrong button in life, you need some Two Noobs in your life. You should go to our website, twonoobstalking.wordpress.com. There you will find access to our episodes going all the way back to 140. And if you want to watch something before that, it'll take you to our YouTube channel where you should like, share, and subscribe. We are on our bicentennial. We are at 98 subscribers. Yes?
Yes.
Confirmed?
Yes, I think so.
Come on,
100%.
2 more just to get us to a round number. Come on. Just get us there. We weigh as much as Pee Wee Herman right now. 98 pounds. We need 2 more pounds.
If we get 99, I'll take it for Gretzky.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Well, 98, my son's number. That's so there we go. But I don't
There
want to
you
stick
go.
on
Good
that number. Let's
Good
go
number.
higher. Go higher. Higher. Up the
Higher.
pole.
Higher.
Also at our website, you will find links to various podcasting websites where you can listen to us audibly. And it turns out we did not have a YouTube music link up there previously. So I went and I added one. And while I was there,
Thank
I
you.
also added some for Listen Notes, Audible, Castbox, and Good Pods.
There you go.
Yes, you can find our program on all of those.
Love it.
In addition to the stuff like Amazon, Google, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, sucks. So you can access it all there. If you have one of those ones that you did not hear, you're weird. But you can get our RSS feed, plug that into your podcatcher, and it will allow you to listen to us with whatever silly program that you like to do so. And while you are at our website, please enter your email. John will not haunt you. We're
Yeah.
just going to email you every time a new episode drops. So
Yes.
that's the most important thing
I
is you
had
know
no
when the noobs
Access
are out.
to it.
There you go.
No access to it.
None.
Are you
you
sure?
go.
It goes
None.
to your email.
Nope. I don't even check
Okay.
that email, so it's fine.
Okay, enter your email. Something might happen. I don't know.
you go.
I'm speaking out of my ass right now.
No,
Just go to our website.
redirect
All right,
it
we
to
need- we'll
Steve's
drive
email, it'll be
traffic.
fine. Yeah, we're fine.
Drive traffic, get more subscribers. Don't be boobs, follow the noobs.
There you go.
Okay, now topic
Easy.
3.
Topic 3.
Topic 3.
Hold on, I gotta
You
move
recall-
some shoulders up there.
Yeah,
All right, there. I'm
We
ready.
gotta do
I'm
some
ready. I got
calisthenics.
you.
Why not?
Yeah,
That's
I got you. Yeah.
You will recall, gentlemen,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, we had a story about the Paris Olympic organizers who wanted to go green and didn't put air conditioning into the dormitories for the Olympic athletes, who decided, we're going to bring our own air conditioners. Well, here is strike number 2, as the Olympics have kicked off as of last night before recording on Friday. Food has now become a major issue in the Olympic Village. As the Paris Games are underway, adequate food supply and uncooked meat are among the concerns. Grilled chicken and eggs, in particular, are among the items in short supply. As a result, some athletes have resorted to bringing packed meals back to the village for lunch and dinner. This came out of, I guess, the London Times. So they're talking about British athletes are staying away from the restaurants in the residential complex, and officials have sent an extra chef to Paris to provide proper meals for the team. Paris Olympic officials attempted to offer more plant-based foods in an effort to reduce the game's carbon footprint. While there is a variety of cuisine available to accommodate the tastes of different countries and an abundance of baguettes in France, vegan meals aren't in line with what the athletes prefer to eat while competing. John, you've been wanting to get to this article since we started recording. I'll let you go first. He's speechless.
Yes. This is so dumb. Like, I don't understand. I just can't even. Like,
Yeah. John, if I may, I'll help you out here. Okay?
no, I'm fine. I'm fine. The athlete, the athletes, yes, they need what they need. Like,
Yes.
the fact that these idiots in Paris are just, we're just gonna go plant-based and everybody's gonna eat whatever that your moronic vegan or vegetarian. I think it's all stupid. I was a vegan and a vegetarian at one time. It's dumb. That you're trying to give to people that are trying to perform at the highest level, which they need probably
Olympic
more protein.
Athletes.
Yes, more
Olympic
protein
athletes.
than, and maybe a carbohydrate here and there.
Right?
And you're feeding them fake lettuce and shit that doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
And this is the exact same thing we were talking about in the last two. Like, you're just not reading the room. You don't understand. They're not training, and they're just like, well, we're gonna hire chef idiot woke person that's gonna be like, all right, kale for everybody.
Yeah.
And then the Olympic lifter guy shows up and he was like, where's the protein? Oh, eat kale, asshole, because we don't care about you.
Yeah.
We care
Yeah.
about the environment. That Paris has flubbed this Olympics since they announced it.
Yeah.
This is not a shock to me.
Yeah, it's not a shock to me either, John. I completely agree.
They're
They
going
have
to continue.
They are going to completely botch this entire Olympics. This Olympics is probably going to be remembered for probably one of the worst run from top to bottom for the Olympic Games that I can recall. Everything that we have found, from the lack of air conditioning to the forced veganism to the opening ceremonies, which was a complete joke to begin with. I mean,
But Snoop Dogg was there,
the
so
Olympic-
go
the
fuck
Olympic
yourself.
o- Can I just say something real quick about the opening ceremonies?
Sure.
They
I
have-
didn't see it.
I haven't seen it either. Now, there's a huge controversy going around all that.
Snoop was there.
Can I just say something? When was the last time there was a legitimate, really good opening ceremony in the Olympic Games?
1984.
84?
2012, when Daniel Craig jumped out of a helicopter as James Bond
Okay.
to deliver corgis to the Queen. That was pretty
Perfect.
funny. That was
Okay,
awesome.
but I hate the Queen, so that doesn't count.
But okay, so
Um,
we've named two. We've named two Olympic Games, 84 and 2012, that have been pretty good. Everything else, I think the opening ceremonies has been pretty much crap to shit. So
yeah, I would
why
agree
are we
with you.
surprised if we have something like that opening ceremony being crap?
But
It
Matt,
is what
Snoop
it
Dogg was there. I don't understand.
Yeah, LeBron carried in our American flag. I'm like, whoop-de-doo, so what? I mean, LeBron's 40. so
LeBron
what?
doesn't like
Fuck
it. He
him.
likes China. He doesn't like America.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's like that drives me crazy. I mean, not to excuse it, but I don't care. It's pathetic already to begin with. It's out of history of being awful. That's what the opening ceremony is. I wanted to get that out. But
Thank you.
that being said, this is probably one of the worst Olympic Games I think from a running standpoint that I've ever seen. I mean, everything from the air conditioning to the food to like the run.
Cardboard beds.
Cardboard beds.
Yes.
And then you also had like, they were going to try and do like an Olympic race in like one of the most heavily polluted rivers. I think it's the Seine River in the middle of the city
Seine,
of Paris. The Seine
Yes.
River, yeah. And that didn't get cleaned up because of all the crap that's in there. I mean, we're not, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This is France, for God's sakes. This is Paris. This is the epitome of everything.
That's liberal.
I mean, come on. This is what they are. Why are we shocked by this? I'm not. It's like,
Yeah.
2 weeks. It'll be over. We'll move on with the rest of our lives, and it'll be the next
And nobody's going to
Olympic
watch
Games.
it.
And no one's going to watch it. Exactly.
No.
So,
I was joking. Olympic athletes, you don't get much more well-conditioned than an Olympic athlete.
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
4 years of training? Are you kidding me? Yeah.
And to think that you can command their diet is just beyond.
Like
I mean,
that.
the air conditioning, I could see, right?
Yep.
Because, well, it's not going to be that hot here. We've got this alternative that might work.
Yeah.
It's just and how much time are you really going to spend in your dormitory anyway? You're going to be out all over the place.
Very
You're going to
true,
be
very
competing, et cetera, et cetera. I could understand.
In the evening, you're going to party or whatever the case
Yeah,
may be.
I could see. I don't see the reasoning. I see how it could be an oversight.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
That there would be
Yes.
importance to that, right?
Yeah.
But there's for athlete conditioning, there's nothing quite much more important than nutrition.
Yeah. And recovery.
And you would think they would have, like, as you said, read the room on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Can I just make one point to that? The Philadelphia Eagles during the Andy Reid era and the Chip Kelly era had milkshakes and protein shakes made for each individual
Yeah.
athlete, and they could eat anything that if they were a chicken guy, if they were a steak guy, it would be prepared for them. This is an NFL team in a city. This is
Yeah.
this is a country that is bringing all the. Why wouldn't you do the same thing? Why wouldn't that be your program? Why wouldn't
A
you just
country-
follow?
A country famous for its cuisine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, why wouldn't you follow? I just brought one. I bet you if we dug deep, we could find the NHL and we could find the NBA and we could find
Oh, yeah.
the NFL. We could find
Any
Major
one of
League
them.
Baseball.
Yeah.
We could find Premier Soccer League. Does a better job. Why wouldn't you just do that? Did you host it just because you want your name out there? Or are you as woke as the
Probably.
United States and you are so too stupid to do any
Yeah.
of this? Because apparently you're not.
That-
Why did they go to Paris? It made no sense to me originally. Why did you go to Paris? Because you're a shit city? You're New York. That's basically what you are, without sense.
Yeah, well, I was going to say maybe New York's not that much better, Johnny, but then
Yeah.
again, I think they'd be able to host maybe the Olympic. I don't know.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Oh,
It's-
Utah's doing it, and I feel that Utah's going to do it right. When they do the
My-
Winter
my-
Olympics, I don't think we're going to have the same problem.
Yeah. My whole thing with this whole Olympics, gents, is just from a logistical standpoint. There's certain times where it's like, you know what? Okay, if your main goal is to force and to change something from a dieting perspective of Olympic athletes, to Steve's point, and I think that's so brilliant. They trained for 4 years, and now all of a sudden, in the height of that competition, everything that you've trained for 4 years, and you get fed kale and lettuce because of a political point. I'm sorry.
But they've been the
You're
lead of
nuts.
that the whole time. The Paris Accord, the climate change agenda coming from the United States has been with the Paris government. They don't
You're-
believe that we deserve this, and They're doing it now. They did, but they've been doing it for the last 20 years. Like,
you are not
yes,
thinking
it has
of your
some
fellow
shit that you
man
could go to.
at all. Yeah, you're not thinking of your fellow man at all.
They don't
if
care.
You're just basically
They don't care.
shoving this down their throats. But good on the Olympic athletes to kind of say, like, yeah, you know what? Thanks, Paris.
I'm gonna bring my
We're
own
bringing
rice
our
and
own
fucking
shit,
beans.
Right? Only a narcissist Lex Luger country
Yes.
Absolutely.
would invite the top athletes in the world and then tell them they must change their nutritional regime.
Yes, sir.
Because we don't need cows farting.
No.
You
no.
cannot eat your chicken. You cannot
Nope.
have chicken. No chicken. You must eat soybean chicken.
Nope.
Well, the methane from cows, Steve. I mean, my God.
All right, so bicentennial episode 200. We wanted to do something special. We talked about this a couple months ago and thought this would be a kind of a cool thing to do. So I had a Nintendo 64 back in the day. I purchased with my own money from working at the YMCA camp over
There
the
you
summer.
go. There you go.
And when it came out, I purchased Wrestlemania 2000, which was behind Super Nintendo's Royal Rumble, probably the best wrestling game I ever owned.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
And back in those days, and I have to explain this because you're gonna ask yourself, well, you're gonna see Steve, Matt, and John in a triple threat match or a three-way match or whatever you call this in the ring. Well, why does Steve have really long hair? Well, why does Matt have hair?
Right?
Why does John look ripped? Well, it's because we created these characters 25 years ago when we were youngins.
Yes.
That's right.
So, and I really kind of sort of looked like this back then, not just without the muscle.
There you go.
So yes, we're gonna
me
sit
neither.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a version of Raven. That's very
Yeah.
odd.
I mean, I look like that now, but
We're gonna sit back and watch a three-way match between the three of us to see who is the greatest of the noobs. This will decide it.
Wow.
This was not played by any of us, though. These were all computer controlled, to be
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
Okay, so this was all, I hate to say AI, because I'm not sure AI was really
no,
The
it's
term
definitely not AI. It was
for a
That's not-
98 machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, yes, the computer controlled each of the characters. So sit back and
Yes.
enjoy. Matt's going to do his best Jim Ross interpretation.
Yeah,
while we're-
exactly.
It
That's
probably
right.
picked the person that had the closest letter to A, and that was the winner.
SummerSlam, by the way.
Yes, which is
SummerSlam.
happening next week.
Oh my gosh. So here we go. Starting the triple threat. And
Who
Here
is
comes
this?
your special guest referee, Steve Murray. Going out in the Brood entrance, it sounds like,
Nice.
as he's walking down. You can
In
just tell
referee
it.
shirt.
My gosh.
That's
Look,
interesting because I could have sworn I used Shawn Michaels' entrance theme. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That seems Shawn Michaels esque of coming in. Who's next?
And here we go. Contestant number 2 going out in a Stone Cold theme. Uh-oh. It's the Magic Man, Matt Craig, going out in a denim shirt and denim shorts with a ball cap on.
Look at your jorts, man. You were pre-John Cena.
Doing a DX chop.
Taking casual Friday, little too casual
That's
there,
right.
mashed potato.
And they can't have a triple
Who
threat.
knows? Who knows? I don't even remember this, so.
With John.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's
Looked
totally
like
me.
Kind of looked like Seth Rollins with like a big old robe, like the
Totally
Undertaker
me.
robe.
Totally. I understand. That's what I would be as a wrestler. Still to this day.
John
need
was
the good
heavy
robe.
into Johnny was heavy into the red and black back then.
The
Oh,
sniper
yeah.
colors, right?
Yeah, the snipers
yeah.
Oh,
colors.
yeah.
Oh yeah. The
know what
NWO
you're-
Wolfpack? Come on now. It's the hottest thing ever.
Oh, is that where you got the colors for the snipers jerseys from?
Yeah, the Kevin Nash, Scott Hall.
Yep.
All right,
Macho Man.
Oh
wow!
Shot.
Why did you backhand Matt?
What the heck was that?
This is our
chopped down right
friendship
now.
right there. If you're looking at it right now, this is our friendship.
Oh, John with a back suplex. Uh-oh.
I didn't mean it.
And then
But
here I
yeah,
go
totally
into the
Matt figure four in it.
Thank you for busting that up, John. I appreciate it. Oh, right in the balls. You went for the balls, Matt. I always knew you were a cheater.
This was literally, if you guys want to get into our friendship, this was our friendship. Me standing on the side, those two fighting.
Wait, what is going on? There was like a double kick and a kick again, and then another kick.
I think John threw himself out of the ring. Oh, it changed his mind.
Yeah. I really wish that I would have did a high risk move there. Like, come on now. I know some stuff.
John,
instead you
up and
decided to
climbing
bark.
down again.
Apparently, I just jump on the rope and
With a straight
do
right hand.
anything.
And he just vaults right back into the ring.
Me now, I would totally do a plancha right on you guys.
Neck breaker.
Oh, what
Boom.
did I do?
Everyone's beating me up. What the heck?
Oh, now me and Steve are fighting.
Oh,
We've never
throw it.
done this.
Okay.
We've always been
Irish whip
partners.
in the corner. Wham. My favorite was the missed kicks. That was always my favorite. Back suplex by Steve there.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, somebody got me in the groin again. You guys are
I wonder
freaking
who that would
cheaters.
be. Oh, sleeper hold. Steve with a missed kick there, I guess. I don't know. Oh,
I was trying to break it. Oh, yeah.
oh,
I love that back suplex.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh, apparently
Oh,
I'm just
John
body
with a body
slamming Matt
slam.
for no reason.
Punch.
Oh, look at you! I just
yeah.
knocked you right out of the ring.
Ooh.
Take that,
Threw a
Matt Craig.
I threw my dislocated shoulder into you, and I punched you out. Ooh, I'm coming after you
You
now.
just launched
we're just
yourself right
fighting.
over the top.
That's
Oh!
crotch chopping in the opposite
Holy
corner.
cock.
Yo, I need love for that super kick right there.
Oh, my
No
God.
sell Steve Merry. That's what we're gonna call him.
Oh,
I
Steve
put
kinda
a
wobbling
super
there.
kick on you, and you were just like, no. Why do I climb on the rope and not do
And not
anything?
do anything.
Who am
Ooh.
I, Billy Kidman? What's going on here?
What is this?
Oh wow, like
I'm just gonna let it happen.
Yeah,
little Owen Hart.
yeah.
Matt, why are you
Gotta go
on
to
the
the
top
top.
rope? Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. We see
How
the
he got down.
top rope, but no one's jumping off the top rope. It's crazy. Right
We're
now, it's
definitely-
like everybody's ganging up on me. I don't know why
We're
that's.
definitely not luchadors.
No.
Definitely not. Oh,
Ooh.
an
Stretch.
abdominal stretch?
Stretch.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah.
That's quality
Now
wrestling
you're
right
all
there.
beating up on me. You're all beating up on poor little Matt over here.
Oh, the
Pile
button!
driver.
Can't put that on WWE TV. That doesn't happen.
What? Pile drivers don't happen anymore?
Nope.
No
Oh.
wonder I can't watch. Oh, I'm
Well,
gonna give
no,
you
I-
one now. Look at that.
Oh, my neck, man. Ow. Oh,
man.
with the elbow. That's a Jericho. That's a Jericho finisher. You were doing that back in the early 2000s.
Oh my God.
Look
And
at
then I
you,
deliver.
B.
Oh.
That still hurts to this day. To this day.
Oh my gosh.
Wishbone, and I delivered the crotch chop afterward. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Were
I'm
we
hurting a little
influenced by early 90s wrestling? Probably.
Yeah. No doubt.
Absolutely.
I hope somebody's in danger. I think that's John there. That's in
Yeah,
danger.
that's John.
Well, you
was fighting back.
just hit me in the nuts, both.
Oh, way to go, Matt. You
I
ruined
hit you
it.
from behind. Yeah. Well, what's with the back elbows behind the back or behind the
Oh,
head?
let's see.
My
Trish
God.
Jericho's on to something.
The chin
Ooh,
back.
drop kick. John, I'm kicking your ass, bro.
You are. What the hell was that, Steve?
I did a little dance before I dropped bows on you. That's
Oh,
that's
my
how I roll.
gosh. Up. Irish whip into the corner there. Steve.
And then I just kind of stared you down and said doing something about it.
My God. I just remember doing this, like just mashing buttons.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Well, that's
mashing
all that
buttons
roast
left
back
and
then.
right.
Well, what the hell are you doing?
That's called a taunt. And then I drop more bows on you.
Oh, man.
He is literally doing the Judas effect every time. Steve Murray is an absolute Jericho fan, and he doesn't even know it back in 2000.
Oh, my gosh. I think we got a special move, baby. Double team?
Oh, you ruined it. I was going to do a
Of course you would
special.
tag team on me.
I don't even know what my special move is. Oh,
I just drop kicked John right out of the ring.
am I going to do something about it, or am I just going to hang out on the apron?
No, you're just going to be
No, I'm
beat
gonna
up by
suplex
Matt
you
at this
back.
point.
Matt's bringing. I'm surprised nobody's grabbed a weapon yet.
Yeah.
Knowing us, you know, weapons galore would be.
6 minutes in, no pin.
Oh,
No pins yet.
This goes on for a while. I don't know. I don't even know who's going
reversal.
to win here.
Oh,
sleeper hold?
Yeah.
Break it up. Break it up. There you go.
Oh, there you go, John.
good job,
break up.
Ted DiBiase.
It's Matt's favorite wrestler.
He is my all-time favorite. All-time favorite heel wrestler.
Just as we're talking about this, who is your favorite wrestler all time?
Oh, my gosh. Well, Shawn
As
Michaels
we're
definitely
watching
for me, off the top of my head, Shawn Michaels. I thought he was the best ever.
Steve, who
England.
is your favorite
Razor.
wrestler?
Razor.
Razor.
Ramon.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Okay.
Johnny, what about you?
I'm gonna
What about
have
you
to.
with a favorite?
I'm gonna have to go with Seth Rollins because I just
Seth. Okay.
just because
Yeah.
he's my favorite. So
Look at the
he's always been
power
my
there.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But he reminds me a lot of Shawn Michaels. So
Yeah.
I love Shawn. I love Shawn. I love Razor. I loved all that early '90s stuff. But
Yeah. Did you see me like launch over the top rope
yes,
but land right on the floor?
While John was
was-
crotch chopping.
Launch over
Yes.
go, yeah.
I was trying not to bring. Oh, look at that! The double axe handle off the middle rope. How
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase of you!
Oh man, massive drop kick.
Oh, no. Hey. Hey.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
big
you
old-
just like grounded
Yeah,
pound.
I'm grounded and pound you.
Matt Craig went from professional wrestler to UFC fighter immediately. Straight grounded
Oh.
pound on Steve.
Oh,
John's fired. Oh, I just gave Matt a.
another low
another-
blow there.
Another head to the groin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a shame you
hurting.
can't really hear the audio because the game makes a nice ding when you do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Who's got the special?
Oh, that would
You
be
do.
you.
You.
Oh, you did, but you
Oh, what
don't
am I doing?
even-
I'm doing a
Oh.
tombstone to Steve.
Oh,
Tombstone
I got a
I don't even
tombstone
like the
flounder.
Undertaker. What the hell?
Oh, we're covering. Oh,
Oh.
that breaks it up.
Thanks for
Oh.
breaking that up, Matt. Appreciate it.
Of course you would break it up, Matt.
That's
Oh,
a
abdominal stretch? Oh, I don't
abdominal
like the
stretch.
abdominal stretch, apparently.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Teaming up on Matt now, just how it should
that?
be.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, this is like,
This is just
what the hell did I
unbelievable.
just do to you? A big boot? Like a oh, nice drop kick.
How about a standing drop kick? A couple of axe handles.
Oh,
Whoa!
first move off the top rope. Good elbow drop.
Yeah,
Except that it hurt your elbow though. You
Yeah,
were you were
missed.
favoring yourself there.
Yeah, I think John just moved just the last minute.
Oh, whoa, Matt. That's not PC.
Well, you missed. I was throwing middle fingers behind him.
Yeah.
Of
He's
course you were.
so funny.
Back suplex.
Back suplex. I tried to throw the Jericho elbow that didn't exist back then.
Steve at the top rope, waiting for about 5 minutes and
Oh,
jumped.
you got that.
Change my mind.
I love how we're all injured and we're only holding our right shoulders.
Russian leg sweep there by John on Matt. and an elbow strike.
That's one of my favorite moves.
Oh,
The Russian leg sweep.
John's fired up for the special again.
Oh, what are we doing?
Oh.
Oh,
Apparently, I'm doing
suplex.
more back suplexes.
Oh, nice. Good job.
No one's doing.
Oh, I'm gonna pick him up. Am I gonna do it? I'm gonna do a finisher. Oh, that's Raven's old move. I like it.
It was like a reverse DDT or something.
Yeah, I like that. Oh,
what happened there?
I don't know. I fell down.
John tried to throw his shoulder into you, and he got the worst of it.
Well, apparently, because I have a bruised shoulder.
Steve,
I like
did you just?
Oh, got a pin. One. No.
Oh.
Steve, did you just left hand him out of nowhere?
Yes. I liked that that kind of throw, the punch.
Yeah.
It's a good throw punch.
Oh, we got a reversal. Oh, in the corner.
What are we doing?
Oh, here we go. Double suplex.
We just like the double suplex.
Oh, Matt's favoring his back now.
No.
Oh, why wouldn't you let me pin him? For God's sake.
Because I'm trying to throw Judas effect every time.
So many of them, yeah. I love how Steve just hops over the top rope.
Yeah, that's right. I'm athletic, baby.
I absolutely think Chris Jericho used to watch this video game, and that's where he came up with his move. Because I don't think he's talented at all.
I'm stomping on your calf now.
Well,
yes.
Just beat me up. I don't get this at all.
Now I'm going to the top rope to do two.
Oh!
What the hell did I do? I landed on my knee. Why are you pinning me?
Oh, we got a double team.
Oh, a spike. Oh, a spike pile driver.
Yeah. But nobody's pinning
there.
John trying to pin, broken up by Steve.
Not gonna let that happen.
Yeah, this wasn't
Steve, you helped
all.
me spike him. Why wouldn't you let me pin it?
This video wasn't controlled by anybody. Nobody was controlling any of these characters. Yeah, right.
You could tell
about 3 minutes.
You could tell I wasn't, because when I was down like in the blue, I should have been off to the side watching you two duke it out, but instead he was getting involved. So I wasn't controlling it.
Whoa.
Hey, Matt, how'd you like that double underhook?
He didn't. That's why he's working on your back now. Oh, and I just landed on your back, dude.
Yeah.
You just beat my ass. Oh, really? Really? Oh, look, he even taunted me on that one.
Oh, Steve with a straight drop kick to the back of John's head.
Now I'm getting my ass kicked at this point.
How long is
it's your turn.
How long does this match go? We got like about a few more minutes, right?
A couple more minutes, yeah.
Uh-oh.
See, Matt goes to the throat slash. I go to the rolling backwards middle fingers.
Of course you do. Oh, no. Oh, he fell down. He got
whatever you were trying to do, Matt, you failed.
Yeah.
Ooh, atomic drop.
That's a Triple H move.
Atomic drop, baby. The atomic drop. Wasn't that what it was called?
I think he went more for the Triple H, where he took the knee up and dropped it down on his knee.
This is unbelievable. I do not approve of this video whatsoever. You guys have been beating me up for like 6 minutes. Terrible.
No, John got a little bit. Now he's trying to pin you.
One. No.
I'm not going to let that happen.
It's my partner in crime all these years, and he kicked me right in the face.
I'm turning heel on you. That's just how it goes.
Apparently. We used to.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, you're just so cold in the shit out of me with the DX.
Yup. What's that called? Mudhole stomping?
Yeah, mudhole stomping with some DX chops.
Yup. Now I'm throwing the lefts. Ooh, you got me there.
And apparently I'm throwing Jericho's new move.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Steve just got spiked.
Yeah.
And what the hell was that, Matt?
Serves him right.
Oh,
there you go.
That was way too athletic for John.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was entirely now wrestling right there.
Yeah.
The arm twist into the super kick. That's now. That's only Shawn Michaels did that.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought it was Shawn that did that back then. Yeah.
Sean created that, and then they all do it now.
Yeah. Another Judas effect. It's amazing. Oh,
Why are the why? Matt, why did I just grab you by your
roll
pants?
up. No.
Oh, damn.
It's a draw.
It ends in a draw, although Matt's laying down, so I think John and I win. That's how I'm going to rule. I am wearing the referee jersey.
I will say this. The outrage, the absolute outrage that this video wasn't controlled by anybody is a bunch of BS. I know somebody was controlling this 100% of the
disagree.
time.
Absolutely not.
He's
You
wearing
see
an
the
NWO
C.
shirt.
You
Yeah.
see
I
the C
disagree.
in
I
every single
disagree.
one. You see. That's right. That's right. NWO, New World Order. I am in control. I control the
Why
television.
the fuck
Oh.
were we doing the Judas effect the whole time? That's like that just came out like 2 years ago.
That's something.
Apparently not.
That was hilarious.
It probably has some generic name on the game.
Yes.
Yeah. kinda like a
you know,
back elbow
Jericho's a
finish.
fraud. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
It probably calls the sharpshooter the grapevine or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Something like that. He's
'cause Bret-
Canadian, so fuck him.
well, Bret Hart was out of WWE at that point, so he
Yep.
wasn't on the game.
Yeah.
Yep. He was
And
in. He was wearing those colors that you're wearing at that time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But the stupid thing they did was Shawn Michaels on that game, you had to unlock him,
Yeah.
Really?
which was kind of a pain in the ass.
That
Well, he's the
is.
best professional. He's the. Let's not act foolish here when we're talking about wrestling. Shawn Michaels is probably the best performer that has ever existed in professional
Yeah.
wrestling ever.
Yeah, but you got for free. You got The Rock, you got Stone Cold, you got The Undertaker, you got
Yeah, and they're all good, but Sean was. Okay, so old guys will say Ric Flair, which I will because I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
I'll say Ric Flair, but even Ric Flair says Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No, Ric Flair says, "Car Shield, woo!"
well now because he can't afford his bills, but
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Needs to put his dentures back in too.
Just a little bit.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it ended in a draw. So what does that tell you?
Well, we
we're
like
all
each other.
good.
We like
like-
each other.
Yeah.
We like each other, but not enough to prevent the headbutts to the groin and the spike.
10
pile
minutes of
drivers
getting
and-
my digital ass kicked. I'm not a big fan of this.
Let's as we talked in pre-production, let's end this on I have 2K23 and possibly 2K24 soon. Let's do old us and we all can create the characters
There you
in
go.
a
Okay.
6-man tag of noobs, old and young, and we fight each other and we'll give it to you guys. We talked about it, but if it's in agreement, we can get it go.
I second that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
The
cool.
only,
Sounds
although I think it might be more interesting if you went like a Survivor Series format.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
big
something
Where-
we'll do. We'll work it out through the time, but
yeah.
it's got to be old us against new us.
good. Yeah.
Fair
That's what
enough,
I'm
I like
saying.
it.
There you go.
As I said
we
in
will-
pre-production, young us definitely has the stamina and the athleticism. Old us though has the brains, and
All up here.
I think the brains might end up prevailing.
I
Wow.
would beat the shit out of my old self, and I say that every day.
You mean
that
your young
dude-
self?
Yeah, the
Your
young
younger self.
Yeah, but me now, that young dude, yeah, if I could go back in time and slap the shit out of him, totally would.
He might grab you by the beard though.
Yeah, but he wouldn't win. He wouldn't win.
He
He
wouldn't
wouldn't
win.
win. He would
Yeah.
apparently get the fucking elbow. Because
Over
we
and
didn't
over
even
and over
know
again.
that existed.
Oh my God.
All right, well that joyfulness wraps up the 200th, the bicentennial episode of Two Noobs Talking. Who knows where we're gonna go from here? It's a crazy world out there. We're gonna go guard our Doritos.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, do you have anything to say before we get out of here and go back to just a normal episode 201 next
Oh.
week?
Let's keep doing this, brothers. Let's keep doing this. That's all I got to say.
I can't wait for this election. I need help.
Well,
Yeah.
well, until then, you need to get out times 200. Dig it.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Two Noobs Talking. For more information about our podcast, feel free to check out our website located at twonoobstalking.wordpress.com, and we'll see you next week.